Welcome to episode 279 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton. As always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we today?
Hot.
Hot?
Hot. Today's forecast is a brisk 90 degrees with thunderstorms.
Ooh, a nice balmy 90. Yeah, today is rain and 61 here, so.
I think the right answer is somewhere in the middle of those two.
Well, I know rain would probably be a good start.
I don't mind a little rain here and there, but 90's too hot and 61 with rain's too cold.
See, 90's fine.
Not 90 with rain, it's steam is what happens.
I like steam. It's steam. It's like a sauna. It's nice. You go outside, it's like a sauna.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I've been here pretty much all of my life.
What do you mean pretty much? Like literally all your life?
But you never get used to... You walk outside and you're like, oh, it's gross out here.
See, it's just opposite here.
Like you still feel the need to say that.
I grew up here most of my life, and when I go outside in the winter, I'm like, I hate it here.
Right. But I mean, I still feel the need to acknowledge that it feels like someone's mouth when you walk outside.
I don't just generally feel someone's mouth, so I
if
don't know.
If you walk in someone's
that's
mouth,
true.
that's what it would feel like outside right now.
I don't know.
Kind of hot, a little sticky.
Maybe.
Just wet.
I guess it depends. I never thought of it that way, but I've never thought about like walking into someone's mouth much.
Yeah, it's real mouthy out there.
You have to excuse me today. My allergies are flaring up, so if I sound a little congested, it's because I am.
Now, the allergies worse up there than when you were down here, or about the same?
Mine, yes.
Yours are worse up there.
Mine are worse up here. I had very few problems down there, but up here they seem to be getting worse.
Allergies suck. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh, without a doubt. And I don't get it as bad as some people get it.
Yeah, I have a lot of allergies, but I also agree that I don't get it. Look, some people can't even hardly function.
Right. When my wife gets going just right, she'll have to stop. You can just see her eyes. She just looks like a zombie.
Yeah.
And she can't do anything. She falls asleep for 3 hours, feels like crap, gets a headache, all this stuff. And I'm like, well, my nose runs and I get congested. Sometimes I cough, sometimes I sneeze. That's the extent of my allergies.
Some people have like those sneezing fits.
Oh, they do. I don't have those. It's usually like a sneeze here, sneeze there.
Yeah. That's what I do.
A quick cough just because you got the tickle in your throat.
Now, the other night I tried to play Rocket League and I was having like the water faucet eyes. They just wouldn't stop. Yeah, wouldn't stop.
I know that.
Like
that doesn't happen to me, but I know it.
If you walked in while I was doing it, I looked real emotional playing Rocket League.
Yeah? Rocket League's an emotional game, though. I get that.
Yeah. I looked real emotional while I was playing.
I get that.
It was streaking down. Yes, it was uncontrollable. Made it hard to play.
Well, yeah, because you can't see through your blurry, teary eyes.
Right. At a certain point, you're like, am I crying?
Exactly. Yeah. What is happening?
Is my body just malfunctioned and I am actually crying?
Yeah. Maybe it was just an emotional time for you.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah. It hasn't been a good week for gaming. That's one of the reasons why. That night I couldn't get it together. Work has been absolutely insane.
Still? It's going on 3 weeks now for insanity at work.
Yeah. So this was kind of the big week. We had lots of visitors.
Was it the pinnacle?
Yeah. This was the top of the roller coaster for sure.
Ooh.
It's all downhill from here, though.
That's
in a good way. It sounds like a bad way, but in a good way. We had lots of visitors last week, so it's good and bad when you get a chance to sit down with some of those people. But it's just a lot of stress leading up to it. We did have the opportunity to do an escape game, an escape room.
Mm-hmm.
First time I've ever done one of those. I've been real standoffish about the escape rooms.
You have. You have. We've talked about them a little bit before, and you didn't think it's your thing. So now that you've been forced to go on by your corporation, where's your stance on it?
So there's a couple things. The first thing, I was very misguided in my thoughts about them. Because I was like, I would love to do an escape room, but I don't want to get paired up with strangers. I don't want to, I'd like to go with 3 people and just go do it.
Mm-hmm.
So after going and doing it, you can't. You need a room of 10 people.
Really?
There's too much to do.
Okay.
If you're just all working on like one thing, you won't get done in time, and there's a major importance placed on like having different
viewpoints,
thought processes. You can look at something and see this, and I can look at it and see that. If there's only 3 of you or 2 of you, and you spend a lot of time around each other, you're not going to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it's important. The other thing is I had a lot of fun.
Really?
It's pretty good.
With strangers?
They weren't. So they were all the work people.
Oh.
There were 9 of us. It was all right. It felt very video game to me.
Uh-huh.
I bet for someone who doesn't play a lot of games, it's even more exhilarating. Because you don't do things like that weekly.
Right.
But for me, all I could think is I expect you to die.
Okay.
If you take out the death part, that's what Escape Room felt like to me. It was like everything in the room is there for a reason. You have to solve all the puzzles to get out.
You have to figure out the reasons.
And I'm like, this is... At first I was like, this is going to be silly.
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked at the record for the room. The record for the room was 47 minutes. So I'm like, even when you're cooking, it's taking a while. So then I thought, maybe these are more challenging. And then you get in a room, and they're just like, you watch a short video. When I say short, I mean like 30 seconds.
And then go?
And then that's it. The video cuts off, and you're standing in a room.
There you go. Get out.
So you start tearing everything over, or turning everything over, tearing everything out of the drawers and boxes and whatever you can find. But the cool thing is, while you're focused on this thing, everyone else is focused on that or over here. And people are giving you stuff. You're like, I don't know if that's a clue or not, but I'm going to try to keep it in the back of my mind. Because someone's like, there's a 4 over here on the wall. And you're like, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure at some point I'll need that. And everybody's... So there was 9 of us. I mean, for the most part, everyone was involved. And for the most part, everyone solved something. Which was really neat. Because I always thought that if I ever got in there, there'd be and maybe it would even be me, but there would be someone that just kind of stood there.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen in the group that we had, and maybe it's just because it was a team building exercise and that was the idea.
Right.
But everyone participated, and you would even do something. You're like, I don't know, like I guess I don't have the right combination, and someone else would put it in and it would open. Like it was just really it was really good at team building. Because you all had the same goal. Yeah. And there's something like there's such a sense of urgency even when you have 55 minutes left. Like there was no downtime. Like when you got done, you almost like needed a break.
Because you were tired from
because it was nonstop for an hour.
Collaborating and figuring out. And...
We did Escape with 2 minutes left.
Didn't beat the record though.
No. So when we started, I was like, we're about to crush this record. We were on a roll. The cool thing is, you could, from the second you walked in the room, you could turn around and punch the code in to get out. It's visible as soon as you start. The crazy thing is, I kept thinking like, wow, like we're doing these, we're finding the stuff that like I feel like we were doing it the right way.
Right.
But then I realized like, no shit. They have you find the clues, like they have you find the next thing in the order they want you to find it in. And in most cases, to do the next step, you need something from the step before.
Okay.
So at one point, we got a flashlight, and of course, I was like, let me take ownership of this, because it is the easiest way to be involved. I'll just walk around shining that bitch on everything. But we get some crazy thing about how you got to find this phrase, and I'm like, I don't even know what that means. But then I shine the black light on the door, and there's like a little riddle about the phrase. I'm like, man, what are the odds that I would find that right now when we need it? Well, pretty fucking good. They just gave me the flashlight. But in the moment, you're like, this is incredible. I'm a genius. But they know the first thing you'll do with that is shine it on everything.
On everything, yep.
Mm-hmm. So it was really fun. I think if you have a group of people, you should go do one. They're everywhere now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Vape shops.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a vape shop / escape game.
Not really?
No.
I've never seen one of those.
No, but I just had a great business idea.
That is the ultimate hipster corporation startup right there.
Listen, Vape Escape.
Vape Escape. That's you know what? It's good.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking good.
You're like, I'm not even gonna push back on that.
No, it's good.
Also, if you're interested in Vape Escape, franchise information, send us a tweet at @game_stitch. We'll see what we can do to get you rolling.
Vape Escape, man. That's it. Podcast over. There we go. Internet's been won. We're done.
Yeah, it's actually one of the better ideas we've ever had. The other thing, I think there's a whole group of people who just come up with these escapes.
Oh, yeah.
You know how like there are people who don't do magic, they just come up with tricks?
Yes.
I mean, they do it, but they sell the tricks. That's where the money's at.
Well, it's like there's pop stars, pop singers, and there's people who write their songs.
Right, but there are people who just make escapes.
Yeah.
And then you buy the package. It comes with everything you need.
Oh, that's... So we would need to develop the Vape Escape package.
They buy the name, and then we sell them a rotation of different escapes. Once they have them, but you're going to want to keep it fresh.
Well, now we got to come and see. Now you just gave us more work to do, though.
No,
now we got to come up with a package.
We could just buy them, too. We come up with 2 or 3, and then we just give them... It's steady income from us because we keep selling them.
Yeah, but we got to come up with them because they got to be vape related plus the escape room related. That's the whole concept behind the whole thing.
Yeah, but hipsters don't even care if they get to stand in a circle and vape. They're happy.
Maybe it's an escape room, but you're allowed to vape in there.
Or maybe you just vape in the lobby. Maybe there's a vape bar out front.
A vape bar?
Is that a thing?
It is now, goddammit.
Okay. I've done a lot of research.
We're just rolling this shit. You're just rolling this shit off today.
Yep. I think Vape Escape might... I'm not sure if it's super catchy because it reminds me of Ape Escape.
See, it reminds me of Great Escape.
See, it's good on a lot of levels.
Yeah, because it's right there what it is. It's super simple.
Yeah, it has the only 2 things that it is in the name.
But it still gives you, like... it brings to your mind other things that are similar. Like Great Escape, which is, I think it's a amusement park someplace.
It's movie theaters, if nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
And there's, the Ape Escape, which is a not so phenomenal game, but
which is a dear franchise, near and dear to my heart. It's also 3 syllables, which feels good to say.
3 syllables are always good.
Yeah.
Because they
Vape
roll.
Escape.
Because they roll.
Yeah, if you walked in and they're like, welcome to Vape Escape, you're like, okay, all right. Yeah.
But if you walk in and you're like, welcome to the Vapor Escape experience.
That's too much.
You're like, you lost me. You lost me at Vapor.
It sounds snooty now.
Yes. But Vape Escape? Yeah, that's the one right there.
Yeah, it's like step over to our complimentary vape bar, and when you're finished, sign up for your escape game.
Man, that's 3 weeks in a row we've come up with ideas.
What can I say? That sometimes
between the 2 of us, we've come up with 3 ideas in the last 4. There was Yum Yum in my Tum Tum.
Still a great idea.
It is still a great idea. The Vape Escape.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the one I had. I think we named the podcast that. I had one last week or the week before.
So that's the real problem.
Just keeping them all together. We didn't write them down.
We didn't write them down. We have terrible memories. We also have no follow through. So there's that. But
we can create ideas all day long.
Right. We're not liquid enough to actually do any of these things.
Yeah.
That's what super rich people talk about being liquid. You got to be able to just get some cash.
What we need to do is we need to just sell our ideas to people.
Yeah, a think tank.
Yes.
I've a long time thought that I would just like to just be a part of a think tank.
We have these great ideas. You're the guy to implement it. I can tell just by the conversation we're having.
Yeah.
How much will you give me for this idea?
Yeah. Well, they just come to you and say, "Hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z," and then you make it into a thing.
Yes.
And then if you leave, here's the perfect thing about a think tank is when it fails, you go, "Well, you didn't run it right. You didn't follow our plans to the T." Like there's no accountability ever for
The
you.
failure's on you, my friend.
Right. We just provided the idea. You had shitty execution.
Perfect. Now that's right up our alley.
Yeah.
No doubt. That's the best idea we've ever had because that one could actually come true.
I don't know what that kind of thing pays, and I don't know how you have to land a whale, a big fish, and then you can start charging people.
Mark Cuban, he's constantly listening. Just watch Shark Tank.
I'll shoot him a text.
Okay.
Mark.
Maybe a tweet.
Start out 2 words. 2 words. Vape Escape. Get back at me. Hashtag best idea you've ever heard.
I'm listening.
Hashtag really long hashtags. Uh-huh.
That's your favorite, the really long hashtags.
I mean, I want to get all the information out there.
You do. Sometimes more than once.
Mm-hmm. So with work being crazy, I didn't really get to play hardly anything. I did play just a tiny baby amount of Rocket League and also a little Super Mega Baseball too. And I uncovered the mystery of the person in chat. It was Garrett. When Howard and I jumped on and did some streaming, so I do apologize, Garrett. Like I said, I didn't have it pulled up because I was in PS4 mode thinking that it would read it to me. And
it didn't.
Whenever I when I first started, I pulled it up on my tablet to ensure that sound, audio, all that was good. And then I laid it down and closed it. So when I opened it back up and it popped to that screen, I briefly saw chat. Then it went to this person's offline.
Right.
And I was like, oh no.
I lost somebody.
This is not PlayStation. It doesn't, in a weird robot voice, say, "Sup, guys." And I
love that voice.
Yeah, so I apologize, Garrett. Thanks for joining us, even if I didn't get to say so then.
Yeah, just because Ryan's a piece of shit doesn't mean he meant it was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
He's an accidental piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Accidental piece of shit. So you didn't do much playing this week.
Nope, had to be a big boy.
Well, I had a lot of family come into town this week.
Mm-hmm.
I had some memorial service this weekend. So because of that, I have not played a lot this week either. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've been on since Wednesday.
So last night you had not been on in 4 days.
Okay. So yeah, make it 5 now because it's another day today.
Ticked over. That's how it works.
That's right. Midnight. Boom. Another day. So I did play. I'm still doing the endgame God of War stuff. That's really all I've been playing. I do plan on doing Beyond this week. Either Wednesday or Thursday before Detroit comes out. Is my plan. You know how the follow through sometimes goes on plans. So just keep an eye on things. Keep an eye on Twitter and see if that pops out. Trying to think, was there something else I tried? No. Nope. Because all I did, there was some stuff I was thinking about buying on that came out new. I kind of want to try Forgotten Anne. Is that it? Forgotten Annie? I kind of want to try that. It seems interesting. And they had some deals on the flash sale that I looked at, but I just saw them on my phone. I haven't even got on my PS4 yet to click through them. So don't know that I'm going to get the chance to, but I want to. I will get back into playing some this week.
We have to knock out a way out. By knock out, I mean start.
Yeah, we have to do that too.
We have Detroit coming. I have Harvest Moon coming.
It's a mess.
It is a mess. Also, this is one I didn't talk about. I don't know why I didn't spend some time with it, but Pixel Junk Monsters 2 is coming out.
You loved the first one.
Loved it. One of my favorite tower defense ever.
You love those Pixel Junk games. You always have all of them.
Yeah, so I think it's because they start with a place of fun, and then they build a game around that, which is the kind of thing I would want to do.
Yeah.
And trust me, they're not all hits. 4 a.m. sucked. But they start from a place of fun.
And then build their idea around fun.
Yeah. Tomorrow Children was them too, and that didn't work.
That was something different. Yeah, that
didn't work.
That was trying to do things.
They're chasing that Minecraft money.
Yeah. trying to do some different things. And it's
so I'm looking forward to Pixel Junk Battle Royale now.
Oh my
as they continue to chase that money. But seriously, I skipped over that at GDC last GDC, and I read it, but I never thought about talking about it on here. And then Limited Run actually put up a pre-order for the physical version of that, and I was like, I wonder why I never talked about that.
And now you did.
It's coming out on Switch and PS4 for physical.
It's all good.
Yeah. So, throwing that out there.
All good.
If this is your first time here, welcome. Take your pants off, let your hair down, get comfortable.
Ooh, not necessarily in that order.
That's true. You do whatever order you want. So we like to let the hair down, then slide the pants off. Doesn't matter. The most important thing is you turn the lights down a little bit. You know, maybe put a cucumber mask on. Open your ears and just let this flow in.
And let the zen of the Gamestitch Podcast
just slide right in those ears. Take over your body.
Let the frequency just roll over you.
Yeah. I encourage people to use this as a meditation tool.
Indeed, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I see no reason not to.
Each week we get together, we talk about all the things we love and that we care about and sometimes don't care about in video games. And we hope that you enjoy it. If you enjoy it so much, you're like, I got to open my wallet for these fools. You can head over to patreon.com/GameStitch and support us over there. If you're like, I love it, but not quite that much, that's okay too. It'll always be free. Tell your friends about us. Tell your grandmother about us. Tell the Queen of England about us. You see how timely that was because the royal wedding?
And I see what you did there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You may have not, pointing it out may have ruined the joke, but yeah.
Okay.
I just
tell the Queen about us.
Yeah, or Duchess of Sussex.
Yeah, which is a dope name.
It is. I like it.
So we're not gonna dissect the royal wedding here. It's not what we do. But I do want to say, as I watched highlights yesterday, because that's the kind of thing I do. I watch highlights of a royal wedding
on TMZ. I'm sure.
The guy said the Duchess of Sussex sounds like an awesome pub in New York, and I was like, I agree.
It sure does.
He's not wrong
at all.
That sounds like a really good pub name. But that's a sweet name. Anytime your name can rhyme, your title can rhyme.
Duchess of Sussex. Yeah, it's an off rhyme, but it rhymes.
It flows well.
It does have some good flow.
Mm-hmm. Which is that's what you're looking for in a good title, something that rolls off the tongue, like Vape Escape.
Right.
Yeah. Very similar.
Ain't nobody can match my flows, that kind of thing.
Let's jump into it. That's all the chit chat we've got this week because we didn't play anything.
Yeah, it's one of those weeks. We have them.
Let's keep this pterodactyl flying and jump right into the news.
I like it.
So Rocket League announced some changes in their 2018 roadmap. One of those is that they're working on cross-party play. Basically, you're going to be able to actually party up with people on PC and Xbox and Switch. They figured out how to make it work in lobbies. It will be a separate lobby. I'm holding out till I see how this works and exactly how cross-platform it is.
It's not going to matter for us much.
Right. So I guess PS4 is still only going to be able to party up with PC and everybody else will be able to get together. But I still wonder if a PC could then connect to a Switch and you could just get crazy with it. The cool thing is it seems like Rocket League, like Psyonix, has just moved past anyone saying they didn't want to do something and they're just going to do it anyways.
Yeah. They're making their own rules.
Yeah, and I know that people talked about being able to do this before with a little bit of work. It seems like you can do this much easier now as you create a party that is multi-platform. That's not really the thing I want to talk about. The thing I want to talk about is the Rocket Pass.
Rocket Pass.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Because I'm a Rocket Pass. You understand?
Because you're a Rocket Pass.
Uh-huh. So the Rocket Pass is similar to the Battle Pass in Fortnite. And when I say similar, I mean almost a carbon copy, it looks like.
The same.
Right. I mean similar. So there's a free tier, there's a premium tier. You'll be able to earn rewards even if you don't buy the Rocket Pass. the premium Rocket Pass. But if you buy the premium Rocket Pass, obviously you're earning different stuff. There are perks to go with that. I'm not totally clear on what's happening here, because in the free tier they do say you'll still earn decryptors. I assume that this was an answer to get rid of crates, but I don't know if cryptors are if decryptors are turning into like V-Bucks and you'll be able to just use them as a currency to buy items. Mm-hmm. There's a lot we don't know here, but this is obviously Rocket League's response to people not into the loot crate phenomenon right now.
Well, the loot crates, yeah, people are really against them. I never had a problem with them. What I had a problem with in a loot crate is randomization constantly gave me like the same thing over and over and over again. That's when your loot crate system is broken. When randomization does not allow me to get things that I don't have. Not even things necessarily that I want. Of course, there's certain things I want. But give me things I don't have. But I don't know how many of these stupid... What is the ripped comic? Fuck, I don't know how many of those fucking things I got. Those decals I have.
So our friend, Marshall 205, was feeling some sort of way the other night.
I think this might be the last time I was on with you guys.
He was feeling some sort of way, and he emailed Rocket League.
Yes, that's the last I was on.
Because like you and like myself, he got something he had 1 million of.
Mm-hmm.
And he emailed them asking the question if rates for items go up as you get more of them. Because that's how he was feeling when it happened.
Right.
And they replied with a real passive-aggressive message. But what I thought was interesting out of that message is that they said that nothing changes the rates. Nothing increases or decreases your rates to get the things. Your chance of getting them are always the same.
Well, why is it happening to all of us then? Because for me...
So the rates for those items are high already. Maybe 1 in 400 crates gives you the car. But what they're saying is, like, if you get something 3 times, it doesn't decrease your probability of getting that. Or if you haven't got something, it doesn't increase your probability of getting it. It is always the same.
I kind of get that, but it's bullshit. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I just thought it was interesting that they came out and said that. Like, you are betting with that dollar.
Yeah, that is betting.
Yeah. It felt worse when they said out loud, like...
It wouldn't, here's the thing. It would not be betting if they were all had the same rate. You have a 1, there's 10 things. You have a 1 in 10 chance of getting this. But this one is like, this ripped comic thing, it's got to be like 4 out of 10.
Right.
And they're not all the same. Now it's betting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now there's odds attached to each thing, not the whole thing.
And I think we already knew that there were, but when you say it out loud, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, you're like, wow, you just said it's gambling.
Kind of sleazy. You're right. I don't know if but it's all okay because, the Rocket Pass, this is going to be their answer. It'll just be interesting to see how it's structured. I have been saying, and I think I might have even said on the podcast, this is what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I've definitely said off the podcast, this is what was going to happen. And I think this is the right move.
I think it's a good move. I think they need to be careful because Rocket League is a little different than Fortnite. Fortnite, it's all the Battle Royale that you can use in it. But there is still earning involved. Are they all going to cross over? If you just play in a tournament single player, does that going to count? If you're in competitive, is that going to be different than just casual? Is that going to be different than what's the Crazy Ball one? Is that going to be involved?
Yeah.
There's a lot more elements coming into play in this pass than there is in Fortnite's pass. Because regardless, when you're playing Fortnite, it's essentially a battle royale. Sometimes it's 50v50, 1v100, but it's all utilizing the same system. Each of these in Rocket League does use a different system. Are they all going to be related or are they separate? Or does this one not count? Because now what happens if people like playing this one? So there's some questions that I think we still need answered.
I guess my concern is, with with the battle pass, it'll actually say top 5 solo, whatever. I don't need Rocket League to be like, play 3 matches of Drop Shot. I don't want to do that.
The challenges, yeah.
I don't want to do that. Hopefully it is just for playing anything online. If it's online with other people, not private match, hopefully it moves the needle forward.
That's my hope.
Also, price point is going to be a big deal here.
Yes.
You got to shorten up the seasons a little bit. Right now, Battle Pass is $10 every time they do it. You know, that's probably less than what I'm spending on keys already, so the money probably translates okay. Mm-hmm. Also, if there's a really shitty update and I'm like, I don't really want anything from the premium, I'll just do the free. I think that's okay too. Like the Battle Pass, they should give you a way to earn those things without spending money. You can earn V-Bucks without spending money. I think they ought to let you earn decryptors if that's going to be their currency, and it sounds like it is.
Maybe be able to earn those across all playthroughs, whereas the Battle Pass just applies to online. Something like that might work. But
well, they'll only do... Yeah, you'll only earn stuff for playing online because they're not going to let people grind that out and playing exhibition matches offline to get stuff.
Just make your rates of...
Yeah.
You know, you earn 1 V-Buck for 1 game, whereas you earn 5 for... Or not V-Buck, but whatever they call it. You know.
Decryptor.
You can earn 5 times as many by playing an online match.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I do think it's a step in the right direction. This will be their summer release. It'll be tied to some of the other stuff going on. So we probably won't see it till July, August, I think is what it says. Mm-hmm. So, a little time out. Dan, something happened I never thought would happen.
I know. It's amazing.
I never thought this would happen.
I really want to get back into it now, but I'm going to have to start it over. I don't have a choice. But I think this makes it okay.
I never thought this would happen. No Man's Sky is getting multiplayer.
Like real multiplayer.
Real multiplayer. We told you a couple weeks ago it's coming to Xbox One, or Xbox. I don't know why I felt... Yeah, Xbox One. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm having a stroke.
I don't know. You okay?
It's coming to the One, Neo. And it's not coming alone. It's coming with a new update. That version's actually coming with all the updates.
Yes.
But we're going to get an update for PC and PS4 at that same time. And this update adds multiplayer.
Real multiplayer.
It also says you can choose to play with or against someone, so frenemies. It also says you might bump into a random stranger here and there. Mm-hmm. All we've ever wanted.
This is what we were waiting for.
You didn't want people everywhere, but you wanted to know that you could actually see somebody and be like, holy shit, it's another person. I don't know how to engage right now.
What do I do?
Do I pull out the blaster and just start in on them, or can we walk up and do dance emotes to each other?
Right.
I don't know yet. This has me jazzed up.
Me too. Like I said, it makes me want to get back in the game. And I'm not going to remember anything how to control this game. I'm not going to remember any of the ins and outs of this game. But now I can jump in with you or with Marshall 205.
So good. Not him. He sleeps.
He sleeps, but
the game puts him to sleep.
Still, but we can play. But we can play together.
Yeah.
And we can. It's not as bad starting over from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Because we'll have each other, so to speak.
The Xbox version and the update will launch July 24th. Hello Games also says that you will be able to build bases and colonies, engage in epic space battles, build, race, and share different tracks on planets you discover. I don't know what some of that means.
I guess we can build racetracks on the planets?
I don't know. I don't even care. We can do it together.
Right.
So what I always wanted was endless space exploration with friends.
Yes.
My ship was already pimped out for back in the day, for launch vanilla No Man's Sky. So I wonder how far behind the curve I am now. I don't want to start over.
I don't either, but I'm going to... Well, I might try a different save slot.
Yeah, my ship was maxed out. I want to ride with it.
Well, that's the thing is if we get into a new game together, we can always roll back now to our other game.
Yes, true.
And pick up once we learn the ins and outs again.
That's true. No Man's Sky.
No.
Never say never. Hats off, Hello Games.
I got to give it another try.
It took a long time, but you got there.
I have to. I have to try it.
Mm-hmm.
So just chalk that up to more fucking games I got to play that I'll probably never get to, but I have to get to this one.
Some real first world problems you got going on there.
I know.
Damn it, more entertainment.
Shit. I have too many fun things to do.
Right. All this entertainment.
I know. Look at this. I have food right in front of me.
Clean water.
Woohoo. I have a bowl I can sit on to poop.
Mm-hmm. I'll still do that just for fun.
And I can flush it and make it go away.
Speaking of going away, Ubisoft has delayed Skull and Bones.
Huh. Saw that coming.
Remember that pirate game, Naval Combat?
I don't think the dog is unhappy about the Skull and Bones situation, it appears.
Now, is she unhappy about the delay or the fact that we're talking about it?
If she's anything like her dad, probably the fact that we're talking about it. I don't know that Skull and Bones is. It's not intriguing to me. Not like Sea of Thieves was.
Well, because it's for me, it's set up around the thing that I don't want to do in Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
Now, taking that and making it more simulation, maybe that is fun, but I'm not. Sea of Thieves is probably where I'll land if we're talking pirate games.
I think Sea of Thieves kind of, but like we were talking about with Pixel Junk, I think they took the fun and built the pirate game, the pirate idea around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Skull and Bones is a pirate game that they're now going to try to make fun, but nothing they're describing to me sounds fun. It seems to be like a much more hardcore simulation.
Yeah.
Folks, the people who are no longer playing Sea of Thieves.
Ubisoft announced the PS4, Xbox One, and PC pirate game now scheduled to launch during the company's fiscal year of 2019-2020. So basically that means you can expect it from April 1st, 2019 all the way to March 31st, 2020.
It's quite a window.
Quite a window.
Little tiny window there.
I mean, they say the game needs more time, more polish. I mean, we've talked about it a lot. If a game has to be delayed, it has to be delayed.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this game is fun. That's what I worry about. I don't worry about it looking pretty. I don't worry about it being functional. I don't worry about support. God knows Ubisoft supports everything they make.
Well, they do.
But I do worry about it being fun.
The thing about this game is, I think they got to be careful with these windows. Sea of Thieves is going to continue to have DLC. It is really, like I said, considered to be kind of the fun version of Skull and Bones. They're both similar games. I don't know if that's a window that Skull and Bones can stretch, especially if Sea of Thieves is going to continue to get DLC and be good. I don't know that they are actually going to be different enough to give two different experiences, with the exception of one being fun and one not.
I agree.
So
it'll be interesting.
They just got to be very careful and with this window and what they're doing with it, because Sea of Thieves is continuing to get better and better. Skull of Bones, which means Skull and Bones has to. There's competition for it. It's not the first of its kind, you know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with this. I think more time's probably smart if you think it's not there, though.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
And remember, the first major DLC for Sea of Thieves is going to hit the 29th of this month.
Boom.
So the Hungering Deep is the Hungering Deep. Yeah.
I was going to call it the Hanging Tree, and I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yep.
It sounds the Hungering Deep, the Hanging Tree. I can see where you went wrong.
I can see where I went wrong too.
You got the idea right.
I did. Yeah, they're both kind of ominous, so to speak.
Let's keep with the Ubisoft news, and I want to throw something out there, really quick. The next too many stories are about Battle Royale modes. I felt like we needed to talk about these things. I'm also trying to get them out of the way before E3. Because there's going to be a handful more at E3.
Oh, yeah.
If we wait and talk about them then, we'll have a whole show dedicated to the Battle Royale genre.
That's right.
So we're going to clear the slate on a few of these. Just for the record, none of these are the who gives a shit, but all of these could be the who gives a shit. But for the record, none of these are
Who gives a shit? That was one of the ideas I was thinking of that we came up with.
Yeah.
That we've actually implemented.
We've implemented it. Now,
that's right.
We're going to cover these. We're not going to spend a lot of time. We'll say what we have to say. We're going to get out.
Yes. Well, while you're telling the first story, I have to go see what my dog wants.
Yeah, find out what the beef is with Skull and Bones. And
I won't be long, yeah.
Neither will this story.
Oh.
So the first one is from our friends over at Ubisoft. On an earnings call, like happens with all companies, the Battle Royale genre was brought up. CEO Yves Guillemot started off by kind of just talking about it and praising what Fortnite has done for the industry. But of course, the question everyone is wondering is, will Ubisoft get into the Battle Royale world? And the answer is, it sure sounds like it. He said that we are working to make sure we are taking advantage of it when talking about the Battle Royale experience. We're working to make sure our players can benefit from that type of experience. He added that Ubisoft's games engines are adaptable, and the technology is already capable of delivering a Battle Royale experience right now. Here's the concern. And this is not just a Ubisoft thing. And they do guard their words a little bit at the end. He does say, we can't tell you exactly when it's coming or how it will come. But we like when people come up with new innovation like this, because it shows new opportunities in the industry and for the experiences the world can create. Here's the thing, though. You have to assume they would adapt this to one of the properties they already have. Does that mean we see a Division Battle Royale? Does that mean we see a Rainbow Six Royale? Does that mean we see a Fractured Butthole Battle Royale?
No, we should not. I'm back, by the way.
Does that mean that we see a Far Cry Battle Royale?
A Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones
Battle Royale.
So 100 pirate ships jump out of a plane.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this looks like. It's not necessary. Ubisoft has done an extraordinary job taking care of their babies.
They've reinvented their brand, really.
The support has been incredible. They refuse to let anything die. It's so unnecessary to get in what will be an overcrowded genre.
I agree with that.
And I don't like this. And I love that they left themselves an out just in case. But I think they should take it right now. Don't do this. You're making too many good decisions to mess this up. I don't need a For Honor Royale. Don't do it.
Yeah, that doesn't even sound fun.
On to a company that can do whatever they want.
Except for this.
So this is the one that I'll kind of allow because it doesn't really matter.
True. There's enough going on that...
Yeah, they pop in modes all the time.
Right.
Grand Theft Auto 5 has added their version of a Battle Royale mode. Rockstar rolled out another batch of content for Grand Theft Auto 5. Along with that, they rolled out Trapdoor. Trapdoor pits teams against each other on a floating platform that is shrinking rapidly throughout the match. Each time a player is killed, they are transported to the Red Zone, where they are given only a few seconds to escape the main platform before the zone disappears and dumps them into the ocean. Definitely doing something different with it. Same idea, though.
Yep. I don't understand what the floating platform... I don't understand how it works. It's obviously based on GTA physics and mythology.
So it sounds like it's shrinking, and if you get killed, you have a chance to get back in.
Yeah.
But only if you can quickly do something, which means I can't.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a standard Battle Royale for me. The shrinking platform is a neat idea versus a shrinking circle that you can stand in. It sounds like you won't be able to stand here. Oh, excuse me. This story sucks so much I'm getting tired. It sounds like you won't be able to stand outside the zone and just take damage. It sounds like if you're not, you're on the red platform, whatever that means.
Yes.
The Red Zone, which is also a channel that shows you football teams about to score.
Just the scores, not usually the games.
Right. So this is fine. Like I said, I'll allow this because it's Grand Theft Auto Online. The game will sell 100 million copies.
Yeah. Well,
they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, the thing is it's even though it is obviously taking advantage of the battle royale genre, it's right in line with what Rockstar's been doing with this game since its inception, constantly adding new modes, constantly adding new things.
Yeah,
it's not like a blatant ripoff.
Well, because I feel like the thought process at Rockstar is, hey, wouldn't it be fun if?
Right.
Not, let's build a game around this thing that's real popular right now.
Right.
Last time we played that game together, we were racing jet skis. That game is built around, hey, wouldn't it be fun if?
Yeah.
This mode is not something that it looks like they spent a lot of time on. It looks like something they threw in because they thought it'd be fun for people to do.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one that I will allow. Still could do without it, though.
I still probably won't play it.
Activision and Call of Duty have shown off their Battle Royale mode, which is called Blackout. How you like that name?
Whatever.
Yeah, me too.
Is there...
The new Battle Royale style mode will pit players against other players in a fight to be the last one standing, which is actually how Battle Royale works.
Yeah, that's literally the definition of Battle Royale. Thanks for that.
On the official Call of Duty website, Activision revealed that Blackout will be playable in solo or in teams, just like Fortnite and PUBG. Where it differs, listen to this mega difference I'm about to throw at you. Where it differs from other Battle Royale games, it draws heavily on previous Black Ops titles.
I can't even.
It's different because it's Call of Duty.
Right.
Is basically
it's
what I
going to
just
have
said.
special Call of Duty stuff in it. Whatever the fuck that means.
Developer Treyarch says that it wants to create a Battle Royale mode the Black Ops way. And to that end, it has incorporated elements from the entire series into the mode.
What does that even mean?
The developer says that some of the locations are from old maps taken directly from past entries, and that players can use weapons and items from every previous Black Ops games, including the RC car. That what you're waiting for?
Yeah, I needed some RC car.
How about this? The map also features land, air, and sea vehicles, and you can play as some of your favorite characters from previous Black Ops entries.
I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of RC cars, RC Pro-Am is the only RC car I need.
That's a good game. I'm down with RC Pro-Am. So what if 100 RC cars jump out of a plane?
All with guns.
All with guns. Twisted Metal Royale. That's good idea number 4 for those keeping count.
And it's right in line with the big thing.
I'm so over this.
But I was never into it to start with.
I'm so over this.
Is the problem. Is this Battle Royale, you know me, competitive multiplayer is not a thing for me. For the most part. Not with the shooting and killing and all that stuff. It's never been my thing. And so I was never excited about this. And now to see that it's the next big thing and everybody's doing it, I'm staying right away from this stuff.
I want to throw out one more PSA.
Oh, no.
The platform that Battle Royale games are standing on, that's also shrinking. Developers.
Yeah, okay.
That circle's getting a little smaller, too. Stop it. One more Battle Royale story. This is a quick one, and I'll allow it because all of these other stories are their fault.
Because this is the bad boy. The big one.
Fortnite is finally coming to Android, it would seem. Fortnite Battle Royale mode is available everywhere else, but it sounds like it's finally going to come to Android. On their official website, they released the State of Mobile address, which I guess is witty.
That's a thing?
They are targeting summer for the release of Fortnite Battle Royale Android.
In the summertime.
Fortnite runs like butter on everything, so they update. I mean, hey, Epic's done it all right.
Epic, well, I mean, I get PUBG was first. I get H1Z1 was even before that. But at the end of the day, sorry, Fortnite's a granddaddy.
The building is really neat. I think it adds a different element, and that game, I mean, damn, they shut down a fairly successful game to focus on that.
Yes.
All hands.
Yeah.
That game runs better on phone than PUBG does on Xbox One X.
Yeah. Right.
It is updated like every 20 minutes. They have kept even some of the. I mean, they have Thanos in there. I think that's cool. I don't give a shit, but I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think Thanos is gone now.
He is, but they brought that mode in there.
Yep.
It's just fun.
Just an Avengers tie-in.
Yep. Okay, on to a real story. Kinda.
Yeah, they are the granddaddy. Oh yeah, this is a real story. All right, this is a weird story.
We're finally getting a new Halo game, but it's for arcades.
That's so weird. I could have sworn that I've been hearing for the last 10 years that arcades are dying.
Not Halo Fireteam Raven. It's a new co-op shooter developed by arcade mainstays, Raw Thrills, and Play Mechanics. Both of those sound like they could be porn studios also.
Raw Thrill, yeah.
Raw Thrills especially.
And you know Play Mechanics is serious because they spelled it with an X on the end.
But if you took 2 more X's on the end of that, porn studio.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. They've partnered with 343 Studios. The game is set during Halo Combat Evolved's timeline, and you are an ODST, Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. You fight alongside Master Chief, the Chief himself, and other members of the UNSC. Like other Halo games, you'll be squaring off against the Covenant. The game plays on a 130-inch 4K screen and is outfitted with 4 physical machine guns. Where do you land on this?
Oh, yeah, square on my feet.
Well, if you want to...
I guess it's...
I don't want to see arcades die.
I don't either, but aren't they? Isn't that what I keep hearing?
Yeah, I mean, probably, because you're going to be able to find this at Dave & Buster locations at first. That's the only place you can find this.
Right.
And we've spoke before. I'm not sure that Dave & Buster's is an arcade.
Yeah, right.
I mean, no disrespect to that. I enjoy going myself. I'm not sure it's an arcade.
It's not what... No, it's not. I agree with you on that. But this just seems like... Is this money that's worth spending?
I don't know. I don't know how much it costs to make something like this.
Is this an idea, a concept that's worth wasting on an arcade? I mean, let's face it, Halos do pretty well for Microsoft. Microsoft could really use some help right now. Microsoft owns the Halo series.
Could this be adapted?
What's going on? I don't know. I guess probably. But
yeah, maybe it can be adapted.
It doesn't make sense to start in a dying art form.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's like coming out with your new Battle Royale game 10 years from now.
Wait. Battle Royale arcade. You get 100 people together in an arcade.
And they just all got to kill each other?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I mean, not really, but they're all sitting in a machine.
Laser tag, Nerf gun.
Ooh, I miss laser tag. Remember when laser tag was hot?
Like home laser tag?
No, like when you went to a place to play laser tag.
Oh. Yeah, I do. It was a thing for probably 10 years ago.
We had Q-Zone.
Q-Zone, right.
Yeah. They had like the big 2-story like plywood things you would run all over and shoot each other. Man, laser tag.
Now the big thing is Nerf bow and arrow leagues.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
It's here. I got some up here.
I'm into it.
There's leagues of, and you can have different. You assign, people get the different bows, and they're on. It's like a paintball.
Yeah, no, I'm into
area.
it. Yeah,
like a paintball field, I guess you would call it. And but you've got one that's got the long range one, and one's got a cross. You can have 2 crossbows. There's a couple of different things you can do. It looks really cool. I kind of want to do it, but I'm stupid, fat, and lazy, so I probably won't.
Yeah,
but it sounds awesome.
Awesome, just like the next story. Shenmue 3 has been delayed to 2019.
No way. This game is not going to be good. This game will succeed a little bit on nostalgia alone, but I don't feel like it's going to be a good or a fun experience. I think you're looking at Shenmue Days Gone right here.
This was my who gives a shit moment. Powered by Gamestitch. This game looks like ass.
It looks bad.
It needs to be delayed another 100 times to look like it's something that should come out now.
Yeah, this is going to go the way of Last Guardian.
And no disrespect to all the Shenmue fans out there, but who cares? Mm-hmm. This garbage truck will come out whenever it comes out. No more talk about it. Rest in peace. This next one's sad. For me.
A little bit. It is sad.
It's sad for me.
Me too. I didn't do a lot of physical on it, but...
Yeah. The PlayStation Vita physical games for the US and Europe have now been discontinued. It's the end of the road for the physical Vita games. Here's the only silver lining here, though. Japan's still going to make the case, the cartridges.
Mm.
If something wanted to come out bad enough, I'm sure it still could.
Right.
But for US and Europe, they're going to stop making them. Here's the other thing that excites me. So they said they're going to quit on the 31st of... the Vita car production will close fiscal year 2018. So they're going to go all the way till next year, next March.
Yes.
But on a positive note, Stardew Valley announced it will come out on May 22nd of this year. For Vita.
Which is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Isn't that right?
Yeah. It's exciting, too.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good place for it. I hope it's cross-buy if I already have it for PS4. Probably not. But it's a good place for it.
Yeah, I think Stardew does fit pretty well.
Not as good as the Switch, though. It's a better place for it.
It's coming, isn't it? It's on there.
It's on there. What I'm really waiting for with Stardew is that multiplayer component. That's going to really amp that game up. So
yeah.
Yeah, snatch up all the physical you want in US and Europe while you still can, because that ship's sailing off into the sunset. It'll be in Vita heaven soon.
Go to all your local stores and buy out what you can.
Yep. Buy those beautiful tiny little blue cases. I love those cases so much. The Vita's got a good case.
It does have a good case.
Switch cases are good cases too, but they remind me a lot of the PSP cases.
Oh, the slim ones?
Mm-hmm.
The long slim ones, yeah.
Now, this is probably the story you thought was the Who Gives a Shit story.
That's actually my Who Gives a Shit.
But here's the thing. If you know anything about me, you know this is right up my alley.
This is my Who Gives a Shit.
If you're going to E3 and you are seen at E3 walking around like an asshole playing Switch, there's a chance that a Nintendo representative could give you an exclusive pin. Roving
so
Nintendo reps.
This is so stupid.
While supplies last.
This is so dumb.
They're exclusive for E3. That means hard to find, i.e. I want one. I need it.
Who gives a shit?
Only one per podcast. I've already used it. Pins are frequent giveaway at booths, but this one going to be in high demand. Also going to up the number of assholes walking around playing Switch.
Yes. Running into people.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to play in tabletop mode while I walk around. I'll have someone hold it in front of me.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. The final story, the final real story, there's one more thing we'll get to, a little list I got going. The NES Classic, it's coming back.
Fucking list.
They promised it
would. That's cool.
The hard to find, impossible to find, should I say. NES will be back in stock on June 29th. It's going to be $60. And you should be able to get one. They also said it should be in stock for the remainder of the year. And here's what I'll say. They lived up to it on the SNES. You can find them.
Uh-huh.
I think that they'll live up to it on this. I think you'll be able to get them. And I do think that they probably finally got enough Switches manufactured that they could start making some of these.
Yeah.
Again. So I'm going to get one.
Yeah. I think I am too. I didn't get one the first round, but I think I'm going to get one.
Yeah. I think it'll look good on the shelf next to the SNES.
I got one shuffle. They're both fit on too.
Yeah.
Right next to each other.
Yeah, like best friends. Yeah.
Yeah, like buds.
I'm going to do this.
Brothers. Like brothers.
Brothers.
Or maybe sisters.
Whichever. Check that out if it's something you're into. Our last topic, like I said, it was a list. You know I'm not going to let you down and not bring a list.
You know how Ryan is with his list.
I'm not going to let you guys down and not list.
Gotta have a list.
I'm not going to not list for you guys.
No. Why would... No. He's not going to... No. Can't have that.
Getting a lot of people ask why we're not talking about E3. It's too early.
It is too early.
We will do the prediction show the week before, like always. Then we'll have a reaction. Like, it's fine. Calm down.
As you've already seen when it comes to E3, if we'd have done our prediction show too early, how many people... Rage 2. They decided...
Canadian
They let
Walmart.
everyone know it's coming out.
Right.
Canadian Walmart spoiled it, and then Bethesda said, hey, here it is.
Also, that game looks like Borderlands to me.
A lot like Borderlands.
Also, it's being developed by Bethesda and Avalanche, the makers of Just Cause.
Yes.
Also, the makers of Mad Max. Mad Max held up in some legal troubles right now. I wonder if this wasn't the new Mad Max that they then put the Rage spin on. Just saying. Okay. We haven't talked a lot about E3 because it's too soon. However, I am going to go over the schedule because it ties into a shout-out. So Sunday, June 9th, at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. You see what I did there? I gave you all the times. We're going to see EA. So buckle up, FIFA and Madden. Here we come. There'll also be a lot of Anthem, I assume. Sunday, June 10th. 1 p.m. Pacific. 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, we'll get Microsoft. Big Daddy there going at the early time slot on Sunday. Bethesda we're going to see at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. Don't love that time slot. Kind of late. I got to work on Monday. Monday, June 11th. It's crowded. Square Enix is going to kick off the day at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central, followed by Ubisoft at 1 Pacific, 4 Eastern, 3 Central. Then the PC Gaming Show, we can all agree you can skip that one, but it is 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern, 5 Central, and Sony will close out the day at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Sony up in that primetime slot. Yeah.
Yep, right then. That's the good viewing spot right there.
Mm-hmm. We will conclude the E3 conference schedule with Nintendo on Tuesday, June 12th, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern, 11 Central.
It's probably going to be a Nintendo Direct.
It is a Direct. Yes. Sony's also maybe a sort of Directy.
Yes.
They've been really weird about how they've talked about theirs.
Yeah, they're getting almost corporate. Almost very corporate and very straight man about their stuff here since they've become number one. When they were scrambling to catch up to 360, man, they didn't give a shit. They were just willy-nilly all over the place, except for the one PSX where they had high and drunk Corey come out and talk about God of War.
Yeah, my boy, Drunk Corey.
I like Corey. I don't care.
Drunk Barlog.
I love him. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. And again, this will tie into a shout out we're going to read in a minute.
Yep.
But first, it's time for Gone But Not Forgotten. My favorite, oldest, newest, bestest, bluest segment.
I thought maybe you were going to miss it. I thought you were maybe going to miss the oldest part.
Wouldn't dare. This week, it's my turn.
Well, sometimes you stroke out. It's a fair assessment.
I do stroke out sometimes.
That was fair. It was a fair... I was just looking out for you because I was afraid you might.
In this oldest, newest, bestest segment, we reach back in our gaming past. We tell you about a game that we love. We hope that you check it out. We hope that you watch videos. I'm going to give you something easy this week. It's easy to check out because I'm doing Patapon. Specifically, I'm doing the first Patapon on PSP, but as part of this Patapon collection that has come out, these games would be easy to play. There's a Patapon collection, right? I'm not stroking out again.
I think I saw one that just came out.
Yeah, I know there's a Loco Roco. There's a Patapon remastered, though. Anyways, I'm going way back on the PSP version, though, where I first played it. Patapon, to put it simply, is a rhythm game with a kick-ass art style. But they did something with the rhythm genre that I think hadn't been done before. They made it neat and interactive, and you're doing something when you match the rhythm. It's not just a music game. You're like advancing the story, which I thought was really neat. It came out in December 20th, 2007. Is developed by SIE Japan Studio, Pyramid, and Pyramid Japan. They went on to make multiple Patapons. I think they had 1, 2, and 3, maybe just 1 and 2.
I think there's only 2.
Yeah, and I'm almost positive there's a Patapon remastered. Check that, but I think we're right. And this game was just fun. It was perfect for the PSP. Pick it up, play it for 5 minutes, put it down. Every time you played one, you knew you could do better, which is great for a game like that because it keeps you playing it. It doesn't have to be really long because you're like, I can do better. That's what the Dangerous Golf is doing for me right now. Every time I do one, I'm like, I can do better. So it stretches a 3-hour game into 12 hours. And it feels very organic doing that because it's not forcing me to do it. I'm forcing myself to do it. So check out Patapon. At least watch it and enjoy the fun sounds of Patapon, but I think you should play that game if you never have and you enjoy a rhythm game. So Patapon on PSP, but pick up the PS4 remastered version.
All right, I'll give you that one. I was afraid that I was going to have to change my Who Gives a Shit, but
Patapon was okay.
No, I still stand by the pins. Patapon's a good game.
No, we skipped the Shenmue.
Shenmue's a who gives a shit too, but I care less about the pins than I do Shenmue being delayed.
I like a rare pin, I'll just tell you.
Well, I know you do.
It's time for shout-outs. Let me start with the one that ties in to the press conference schedule.
Surely.
The schedule. I had a teacher that used to say it like that.
A schedule?
Uh-huh. Check your schedules. She was an English teacher, too.
Well, she was probably saying it right.
Probably.
Everyone else is probably doing it.
But no one says it like that.
That's true.
Our first shout-out is from Garrett, and it's kind of a question this week. So our friend Garrett Wade says, what studio's press conference are you most excited for at E3? Personally, I'm excited for Ubisoft. I've been loving their games and the support of those games these past few years. Thank you for the shout-out, Garrett. Remember, if you want a shout-out, head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch and support us at the $10 tier. And I think that's a good answer.
Mm-hmm. What's your answer?
It's Sony.
It's always Sony, right?
So it a lot of times it's Sony, but I'll tell you why it's Sony, because, and you know this, everyone knows this that listens. I'm up in the VR, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally Dreams time. That game's got to come out. I love Media Molecule. It's time to see what that thing is. I think it has switched to a VR supported game, so that's exciting. And I just want some more VR. I want to get down and dirty with the virtual reality.
That's fair. It's fair. Mine is EA.
Okay.
Not because of EA. BioWare is my favorite studio.
Mm-hmm.
And they are kind of on the cusp, on a bubble right now. They have got to... Anthem has got to be good, or they are pretty much done, in my opinion. I want to see... Casey Hudson's back. He's been, the lead horse for a long time before he left at BioWare. I'm a fan of Casey. I want to see what the plans are for BioWare. I want to see what they've done with Anthem. I want to see what else they've got in the works, because BioWare never has just one thing in the works. And I do not want BioWare to go away, because I love what they do. And like I said, they are my favorite studio. So kind of a different reason for why I'm excited for it is because I need to know what is going on with my favorite studio. And I should have a pretty good idea after I watch it, whether I think they're going to make it or they're going to fail miserably. And I don't want them to. So, come on, BioWare. Casey, don't let me down.
Yeah, I'd like to give an honorable mention to Xbox and Microsoft, because I do want to see what they talk about with Games Pass.
Yes. So. I want to see what they talk about, period.
Surely something's coming out.
What are your fucking plans, Microsoft? What? You know,
and not a diss to Nintendo, but I mean, Nintendo's fine.
Yeah, they're not hurting.
Yeah,
Sony's not hurting. They're going to be very straight laced. It's probably going to be a little dry. They're going to show some games. A lot of them I think are going to be games you've seen before.
Ghost of Tsushima, Shamanamana looks good to me. I'm excited to see more of that.
But it's going to be stuff that we've already seen. It's just going to be another look at.
So what I'm really looking forward to is the before. You know, they always unveil a lot before, and I'm sure they'll have some sizzle reels. But I want to see that sweet VR love.
I know you do.
And Dreams has got to get a date.
It has to, or
it has to, or it's got to get canceled. Like it's time. Canceled. Right, it's time. You're right. So that's our answer. Thanks for the shout out, Garrett. Our next shout out is from Thomas.
And Thomas was this was just a little statement that he felt like making this week. He says to us, "Me and my coworker have played the Switch pretty much the way the reveal trailer was shown. LOL. Been a blast though." So he's doing some of the co-op.
Is he telling me that he has gone to a rooftop party?
That's what I think.
And put this in tabletop mode and played with coworkers. Because if that,
I think so.
If that's what's happened here, I need pictures.
I think he went to a rooftop party.
Or they went to a basketball court and versus playing, they decided to.
Or maybe took the dog for a walk.
Yeah, they decided and just let the dog run free while he played Skyrim.
Yep, just sitting down on his bench.
Or they canceled the real basketball game and they all sat on a picnic table and played fake basketball.
Yes, it could be.
I'm down for any of those options.
Me too. I think it sounds like a great day.
Yeah, please send more details.
Yes, we would like to know more.
Yes.
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's a thing
now,
right?
Shit, that's how you get dick pics.
That's a thing, right?
Yeah, people.
Pixar didn't happen.
Millennials and the younger ones say it.
The younger ones.
We can't. I don't know if we ever arrived at what that generation was called.
Aren't they we'll just call them Gen Z.
Yeah. Like after millennials.
After millennials?
Mm-hmm.
After mills?
Yeah. That sounds different. After mills.
After mills.
I don't like that.
Sounds like a pill you take for a
after
chemical
meals.
imbalance.
You take them after meals. That's how you remember to take them because it's right in the name. Big Pharma, get at us. We got some ideas.
That's right. You need to change the name of Viagra too.
What to what?
It needs to be. They need to offer a generic version called Macoxaflopin.
That's long, Macoxaflopin.
That's right, but it sounds Big Pharma.
It does,
and it explains what you take the pill for.
But I want to change the name to Blue Bombers.
Blue Bombers?
Yeah. Because it sounds exciting.
That could be like a nickname. It doesn't sound official enough.
It doesn't have to. That's the thing. Or tone it down and get them in a gas station. Put them beside the Rock Hards with Z's.
Which are next to the 5-hour energies.
Yeah, they are all
for
together.
Some reason.
It's like in Bic lighters.
And usually a thing of Swisher Sweets.
Yeah. It's
for whatever reason. They're all right there.
It's like Stacker 2s or whatever they're called. The Rock Hards.
Swisher Sweets, cherry flavored.
Yeah, like the cheap disposable lighters. Air freshener for your car.
Yep.
It's an impulse rack.
It's definitely an impulse rack.
You're like, oh man, I did forget my lighter at home today. My dick doesn't work very well. So let me just grab these. And plus, if I get enough bullshit, maybe they won't notice I'm buying dick pills.
Right, and my car smells.
Yeah.
We grab this pine tree right here.
Yeah, only got this black pine tree. Let me put 44 of those up there.
It says fresh car.
Mm-hmm. Black
That's
ice.
The smell. That's the scent. Black ice, that's what it is.
Black ice, that's what the black tree is. Yeah.
Which is essentially new car smell.
Yeah. Which is like new plastic, I think, is what that smell is.
Yeah.
New plastic.
Freshly manufactured vinyl.
Yeah.
Doesn't have quite the same ring.
This car hasn't been destroyed yet. You haven't smoked your Swisher Sweets in here yet.
No. No McDonald's bags laying on the floor.
Yeah, you fat asses. Remember, you can follow us on social media. I am at Podcast Ryan. Dan is at Shirtless Dan. And together we are at Game_Stitch. And you should do that. You should follow us.
No doubt.
Follow us in the real life and online. Also, sometimes we stream. You won't know about it till after if you don't subscribe and hit that little notification bell on YouTube or hit the little heart on Twitch, twitch.tv/Gamestitch, or youtube.com/Gamestitch. You got to go there. You got to do those things because we don't know when we're going to go live.
True story.
Sometimes we don't even tweet it out.
Usually we don't tweet it out.
So you got to subscribe with the notifications.
Mine's usually set up to do it automatically, so I'm usually pretty good about it.
Yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. When I did Super Mega Baseball 2, I did not tweet that.
Why not?
Because it was midnight.
So what?
I was tired.
Anybody who knows how to work a phone has their notifications turned off.
The night didn't go how it worked. The night didn't go how it wanted. I wanted to play IDARB with you guys.
Yes, I know.
So I didn't tweet it out. But you know what? Everything is archived on youtube.com/Gamestitch. Go watch it over there. Watch it after the fact. Spoiler alert, you got to watch the last game to see us win.
Yes. And also, let's not forget, Ryan and I are presenting a panel at FC3.
FC3rock.com.
On June, is it 9th? I can't remember the dates now. 9th and 10th. It's 9th and 10th. On June 9th, we are presenting a panel. Is it going on during
E3?
What's that?
It's going on during E3?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
That's poor planning.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But we're doing a panel all about podcasting.
We are doing a panel all about podcasting.
The ins, the outs. It is a beginner's guide to your ear holes.
That's right. A beginner's guide on how to start your own podcast.
Right. So
you can get more details on that at capital F, capital C, 3rock.com. That's ROC. Ryan, go ahead, do it.
FC3rock.
There you go. You fucked it up, though.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to do it again. I already did it once, and then I had to think about it.
I thought you were going to just go blasting out with it. And instead, you made a mistake, and then you shied back.
FC3rock. Because maybe it's playing the oldies. Classic rock.
Oh, that's still got to be that FC3 rock. It's still got to be like that. It's not, you can't all go all wimpy. It's like FC3 rock.
Welcome to FC3 rock.
This is the home of your classic hits.
Delilah.
It's not Delilah. Next up, we have AC/DC with Highway to Hell.
Right.
See?
And Windy Storm with Weather. Because weather people always have awesome names like
that. Windy Storm?
Yeah, that's a real person down here.
I don't know her. Really?
Yeah.
Is she really a weather girl?
Yeah, Windy Storm. She does traffic too, I think.
She changed that shit. I don't care what you say.
Oh, yeah, her name's not really Windy Storm, but it's always like that Johnny Mountain or something like that. They got badass names. For some reason, you can change your name if you're a weather person.
To whatever you want.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Raincoat.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be that, though. But you wouldn't be Jeffrey Raincoat. You'd be like Jeff Rains with the weather.
Noises.
Let's toss it over to Jeff Rains for your 5-day forecast.
Jeff Rains, yep.
Yeah,
it's got to be spelled R-E-I-G-N-S.
But you're like,
but it's pronounced Rains, and then you see it, and you're like, oh,
that's good.
That's so fucking cool.
You're blowing up over there. Left the notifications on your phone. It sounds like
I did. I thought I turned all the sound off. Turns out I didn't.
Sounds like you didn't.
I didn't. My wife's going. She's going shopping.
Sounds like you didn't. Well, you know what? This has been the show. That's it. I'm canceling the rest of it. Speaking of cancel,
it's a good thing we got through pretty much everything.
Speaking of cancel, that show Alex Inc. that was about the startup podcast that I listened to, canceled. One season, canceled. Zach Braff, canceled.
Wasn't even one season. It was like 4 episodes.
No, it's a full season. They finished season 1.
Well, so what? There was 10 episodes, 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Not a ton. I didn't think it was bad. It's very like ABC Family. And I'm going to be one of those people that's like, it's not as good as the book. They tried to make it ABC Family. It's not as good as the podcast.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great show, like for a family to watch. I think they use the word podcast too much. They try too hard to be like, oh, we're talking about this trendy thing.
Right.
They tried to make it like Scrubs. Because that's what Zach Braff does. Yep. And he was executive producer on this show, star.
So he was like the super goofy dude?
He's goofy and he does those like thinking monologues. Like he did in Scrubs.
Very Scrubsy, yeah.
Very Scrubsy. Over the top, silly Scrubs, but about podcasting.
Yeah.
With the need to tell you that it's about podcasting.
Constantly.
Yes.
Hey, we're talking about podcasting here.
Yeah. Started my own podcasting company. Podcasting. We make podcasts. Podcast. But I love that someone took a chance on it. I love that ABC optioned it and they tried it. And I don't dislike Zach Braff. He's not why it failed.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is probably why it failed.
Yes, it was not intriguing to me from the start because I've also listened to.
Yeah, but it's
the
definitely
podcast.
Built. There's so much emotion in what really happened in the first season of Startup that they took out and made fun and made into a family show. And I'm okay with it. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the way that they did it, and I don't think that's why it failed. But I love that they tried. So rest in peace.
You understand how it failed, right?
Rest in peace, to Alex Inc. And if you want to find it, I think it's on Hulu. I think it's okay to watch.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's okay to watch, I think.
I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah.
It's not interesting to me at all.
Yeah. It's very family sitcom-y.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
I'm not into the family sitcoms. I'm not into sitcoms, period, really.
Except for The Ranch.
Except for The Ranch.
Which won't be the same.
Which isn't... It is a sitcom, but it's...
But they use F-bombs.
It's...
It won't be the same without...
Old Danny Masterson?
Yeah. He's caught up in his own drama.
Well, he needs to quit being a fucking rapist, maybe.
Yeah.
Then those things don't happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the guy. Sounds like a dirtbag. But I don't know him.
I don't know him either, but yeah. Sounds like a dirtbag.
Sounds like a dirtbag, yep.
Sounds like kind of a scummy dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like that show, though.
I do, too.
Sucks that he sucks.
Yeah, it sucks that you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, because I like the show. This
Danny
has been
Masterson.
Yeah, stop giving him plugs. So no more attention for this guy.
Sorry.
This has been episode 279 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. Thanks for joining us. It's a podcast.
Podcast. Not to be confused with Alex Inc.
This one is all audio. There's not a video or visual component to it.
No Zach Braff.
We're not Zach Braff. I don't stop the show.
No thinking monologues.
Yeah, I don't stop the show to include my thinking monologue, although maybe I should.
We could start doing that.
We could do it more like a reality show where, like, right here, I don't even know what I was talking about.
Yep.
And then you pick right back up with it. Reality show style.
Be horrible.
I hope my stomach was audible just then. I hope you heard that.
It was. I heard it.
I hope it plays on the recording.
I heard it.
Yeah, I didn't have breakfast this morning.
I thought it was mine until I realized I didn't feel anything. I thought, it couldn't have been mine.
It went on for way too long right then.
How the hell did I hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was him.
Mm-hmm. This has been episode 279. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to do this again next week, I think.
Probably, I would guess.
Same time, same place. Good night.
Good night.